Hello, welcome to the weather update. It is Saturday 4th, February 4th. Just going to be a brief weather update. You can see we had sunshine, and we did have those mid-level clouds, but they came in later, so we actually had a fairly clear morning. And yes, even though it was frigid out there, I got to see some pines. And take a look at that. That is the Peconic River frozen over. There it is again, frozen over. That's the ultracumulus clouds that came in later in the day. So let's go and take a look at our records for today, because we did break some records today. So we had two things that we need to look at. So first, we're going to take a look at the records here that were broken today. Minimum temperatures across the area. And let's see. This actually is not denoting the records. These are just the low temperatures, and you can see low single digits for a lot of areas. 0 in West Hampton, 0 in Upton, 2 below in Orient. Montauk was 0. So the further east you go, the colder it was. The further north and east you went, and the further west you went, is warmer. So let's see if they have one for the record lows for the day. Be nice. So here we go. So this is probably. Here are some low temperatures. So here's another set of low temperatures. Here are the records. So Kennedy, LaGuardia, Bridgeport, Newark all set records for the day. Islip surprisingly did not, I guess, at 3 degrees, but you can see got down to 3 at Central Park. Kennedy 4, LaGuardia 5, Bridgeport -4. So in Connecticut it was even colder. Core of the cold air was really close to us, as you see. So let's go. And again, Groton -4, Farmingdale 4. West Hampton 0, White Plains 1, Waterbury -9. Wow. So that's pretty cold. But was that technically a record for the day? That is the question. So let's go take a look, and we'll look at that right now. So look at the daily climate report. That low of 3, nope, the record was -1. So we did not break that record at Iceland. Excuse me. Always sneezing. I don't sneeze until I come back in here. So here is the public information statement for the strong winds that we had yesterday. And you can see Fairfield County, 52-mile-an-hour wind gust. Look at that. Bayville got up to 62-mile-an-hour wind gust. We had wind gusts in the 50s in Orange County. Queens, LaGuardia, 54 miles an hour. JFK, 52 miles an hour. And Suffolk really got nailed. Bating Hollow, 66 miles an hour. Eden's Neck, 66 miles an hour. Southold, 58 miles an hour. Metcox Bay, 51 miles an hour. Napiog, 49. And in Westchester, Tappan Zee gusted up to 64. The Tappan Zee Light gusted up to 64. And maritime stations here, Norwalk, 57 miles an hour, 53. And some of these maritime stations in the Sound. Robbins Reef, New Jersey, 62-mile-an-hour winds. Point of Woods Yacht Club, I'm guessing that's Fire Island, 61 miles an hour. Atlantic Beach, 56 miles an hour. Bayville, 56 miles an hour. So you get the idea. That wind combined with that wind chill was some of the worst wind chills we've ever had because of those strong winds. Even though we've had colder weather, we didn't even break the record at Islip, but those winds are what really made it feel quite just miserable. So let's go over our highs and lows. And you can see temperatures are rising now. We have southwesterly winds, but we'll take a look at what the day was like at Islip. 27 degrees right now. Let's wait for that to load. So 27 degrees right now. And you can see temperatures have just been rising all day pretty much. But during the day, we were pretty much only in the teens. And in the morning, we had single digits. And we didn't really get into the teens until after like 10 o'clock. And then we started getting into the low teens, and then gradually the temperature started increasing, and the winds backed off, and then the winds became more west-southwesterly. And you can see the dew points start to rise as that really bitterly cold Arctic air is leaving. And now we're kind of out of the Arctic air mass for now. It's more or less gone. But again, the further east you were, the colder it was. All right, so we'll go to West Hampton here. I set West Hampton, and you'll see here. It was even colder in West Hampton. So West Hampton, you can see the temperatures were in the single digits. We're getting to around 10 degrees. This is what I was dealing with for my hike, actually, in the Pine Barrens. It was pretty cold. I went to the Pine Barrens because the sky was really nice. And you can see, look at that. We were around 0, hovering around 0 from like 4:40 in the morning to like 7:20 in the morning. All right. So let's go take a look at the map of the lows. for the day. I'm not going to look at the highs. We'll just look at the lows. And we'll see here. So you can see the single digits, temperatures around zero pretty much across much of Long Island. Further north, you're going below zero. Even on the east end, you had some below zero readings. Below zero even on the islands, like Block Island, Nantucket, and Cape Cod as well. 4 below in Provincetown. So, yeah, it's pretty cold. And then as you go into New Jersey, you see it wasn't quite as bitter. Lows were around 7 degrees west of Toms River, and Toms River itself, 11 degrees. So you can see it was warmer. You can see where the colder air really set up. And again, if you pull this out, you can see, we pull this out even further, you can sort of see where that cold air was. It was more over New England, and that's why Long Island was more, got a bit more, the inner edge of it versus Jersey. So I'm going to put this back here, and we'll take a look at what the day was like in Jersey, because it was quite a bit warmer if you were in Jersey today. We'll use Coilfield, because that's like their West Hampton, you could say. Look at that, 28 degrees. So it actually got up to 28, much warmer in Jersey, almost 10 degrees warmer than Long Island. So I guess I should put the highs up, I guess. So we'll do that. And you'll see quite a bit warmer in Jersey than versus Long Island, quite a bit. And then the further north you go, the colder it gets. And if you go into New England here, you'll see highs were probably only in the single digits. Yeah, only in the single digits pretty much. So pretty cold over there, as you see here. And teens in Massachusetts, when you go north, only single digits. That's pretty frigid. So the colder air is leaving. The high is moving offshore. We'll just cover tomorrow here. We'll have more clouds with that southwesterly flow. And we'll just go and briefly take a look at the HRRR model. That's all I'll do, because it's going to be a brief weather update tonight. I usually don't do one on Saturday, but because of the extreme temperatures, I decided to do one for you to show you what we dealt with this morning. However, the wind wasn't quite as bad. It was cold, but the wind wasn't quite as bad. Last night felt worse. You can see southwest winds continue tomorrow. That's going to bring the temperatures up. And let me take a look at the temperatures. You'll see here that we start off we may get some radiational cooling tonight. Maybe not because of those winds. We'll have lows probably in the 20s, and then maybe teens if there's radiational cooling in certain spots. We rise above freezing by 9 o'clock, and we get up into the 40s on Long Island, close to 50 in New Jersey tomorrow. And we shouldn't have to deal with any precipitation. If we look at this here, you'll see there's really no precipitation that we have to worry about. And the only chance of precipitation there'll be, and we'll talk about it, is maybe getting skirted by some showers on the extreme east end over there. So let's go look at the skies briefly. I'll go to the RGM here for tomorrow, and then we'll wrap this weather update up. So you can see mid and high level clouds for tomorrow. In and out. The sun will be out, but it'll be heavily filtered by these clouds. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care and have a good night.